Your phone. Your phone's ringing. Are you asleep?
No. I was just thinking.
About what, sir?
How's the suspect doing?
Still not out yet. It's been 3 hours, so I'm sure he'll be here soon. But man. Really not gonna answer?
I'll call back later.
Man, Keith, do you ever answer your calls? Anderson was groaning about it, wondering what's even the point in calling you. Ah, sir, he's coming out. Uh-oh.
What?
He's got a woman behind him. I think she came in after. You think she's with him? This isn't good. Won't be able to arrest a guy like this.
Let's go. Tell Squad B and C. We'll get him in that alley up ahead.
Hold on a second, sir. She might be a civilian. We should really wait until he's alone.
And are you going to take responsibility if he kills her? Come on.
Police tyranny strikes again. The cold, ruthless detective shoots down yet another criminal. Civilian woman forever traumatized. We tried to ask Keith Baring, the detective responsible, to shed us some more light. But he stood at the station entrance smoking a cigarette and told us this. The visitor's entrance is that way. Seems that he sees truth seekers like us as unwanted guests. Well, what do you know? Doesn't say a word about the criminal, nor that the woman was a prostitute, or how we took some injuries of our own in the gunfight. Reporters, am I right?
I can read gossip myself. I don't need you reading it out loud.
Chief, you're a real hit with these guys. This is the fourth article by my count. I'm jealous.
Just tell me what you called me in for.
I've got good news. I'm giving you a vacation. A month, in fact.
Not a chance. This is no time to rest. There's too much I need to do.
You've got a good lackey, right? Leave it to him, and stretch your wings a bit.
Dick, I'm telling you, there's no way.
I'm ordering you as your superior. If you don't want to travel, consider it house arrest instead. You aren't fit to bear the brunt of the media. I can handle the rest real well. So, go on, take a break from the crime scene. Hey, but I didn't say you have to twiddle your thumbs at home for a month, right? Here's a little present. There's this old castle they're promoting as a tourist spot. There's a sort of test run tour 2 weeks from now. Truth is, me and the wife were gonna go, but I say you do it. How many years has it been for you two? Helena will be ecstatic. Now, put down the gun and the notebook. We'll need them on vacation, right? Go home for today. You can hand over your work tomorrow.
Just one thing. Enough of the blaring music. You can hear it in the hallway.
Welcome home. How was work?
Same as usual.
You look tired. Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Oh yes, I got a fantastic present from Mr. Anderson's wife. Look at these, honey. They're invitations. A 3-day stay at an old castle. Won't that be wonderful?
Dick already told me. Gave me some time off for it too.
Well, if you aren't too tired, I'd like to go myself. What do you think?
If you're going, then I'm going. I'll tell our travel agent.
Thanks, honey. I can't wait.
I've got some work to take care of. Go to bed without me. Night.
Good night.
Ah, the bearings? I've been waiting for you. I'm Stevie Small, the tour conductor. I'll be your guide for this tour.
Thanks.
Now that you two are here, all the attendees are present. Please come aboard. We'll be leaving in roughly 30 minutes.
Wow, what a ship! The 5-hour trip to the island should go by in no time. I'm going to go introduce myself to the others. What about you?
I'll head out later. You go on ahead.
Alright.
Don't just swing the door open like that. Be more careful.
Try looking where you're going before you start yelling at people, young lady.
Maybe you should look where you're going yourself, old man.
Nasty tongue on you, huh?
You bet. I was born with it.
Hey now, Sophie, what are you doing?
This guy almost swung the door right into my face, Papa.
You said something rude to him, didn't you? Come now, apologize.
But, Papa...
Sophie?
I'm sorry. I'll be more careful from now on. Old man. Come on, Papa, let's get some ice cream at the lounge.
My apologies for that.
Is she your daughter?
Yes, she's my one and only precious.
Full of energy, that's for sure.
Oh yes, she's very excited for the trip today. I'm glad we could go.
Excitement is one thing, but you should try to get her to stop yelling at people over a little near collision. If she talked to the wrong guy, it could be trouble.
You're very right, but I think it's much better than keeping all her dissatisfaction to herself. I'm Richard Grundler. That was my daughter, Sophie. Glad to meet you.
Keith Baring.
Did you come alone?
No, with my wife.
Oh, wonderful. I hope we both have a great trip. Well, excuse me.
Ice cream. Papa, let me have a bite.
Here you are. But don't put on too many pounds, all right?
I can exercise it off. I'm fine.
Keith, this is Shirley.
Keith, nice to meet you.
I'm Shirley Weber. Same.
She came here with her husband. Oh yes, where is he now?
He told me he went to take a smoke, so he might be up on the deck. Hey, what's with the suit? You're on vacation, you know. Oh, let me guess. You're with the men in black?
Sorry, but I don't have sunglasses. Or a neuralizer.
Too bad. Well, let's enjoy our trip, shall we?
The tea here is delicious.
You like tea?
Absolutely. What about you?
Sorry, I can't stand the stuff.
Keith Baring. Who could have guessed I'd be graced by the presence of the tabloid star? I'm Lance Canal. So what brings you here? Murder on the ship? Or are you gonna cause one yourself, detective?
Must have a lot of time on your hands to read all those tabloids.
Don't say that. These tabloids who rag on you come from the same publisher I work for. That's all it is. I'm here to take pictures. Heard there was a new tourist trap opening. They invited me here for publicity.
Photographer.
Don't you worry. I don't take pictures for any of those sleazy magazines. I'm just a photographer for a humble travel magazine. Not like I'm one of those paparazzi guys. Still, don't have to take pictures to get material. I can make some good money passing things on to my gossip-writing colleagues.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
I'll be watching, detective. What, detective? Want to take a commemorative photo? Sorry, but I'm busy snapping the scenery. Bother somebody else.
Need a light?
Thanks.
Nice weather today, don't you agree?
Sure is.
To tell you the truth, it's my first time traveling on a ship, and it's really exciting for me. I'm just glad it's so nice out. Certainly wouldn't be out smoking on the deck here if it were raining.
Keith Baring, detective.
David Hoover. Detective, huh? Very cool. I always like to watch those police dramas. But why the suit?
Old habits. Never been on a ship except for the job. Did you come alone?
No, I came with my wife. I was going to invite some friends along, another couple, but the husband ended up in the hospital.
Came down with something?
He ruined his stomach from eating too many chili dogs. Always been kind of a moron. So I invited another girl and her father. They were always saying they didn't get to go on vacation often.
The Grundlers?
Right, they were both really pleased. I'm glad I invited them. Too bad about my friends, though.
Enjoy yourself in their place, then.
Yep, that's the plan.
Oh my gosh! Look at the size of that! It's fantastic!
It really is. I can't wait to take a look inside.
Man, it's like the kind of place there'd be a murder case on an old cop show.
Oh, stop being such an oddball.
Oh, I get it. You're telling us we have to camp out in front for this tour.
That's odd. I'm sure I told him when we'd arrive. Hold on a moment. Hello? It's Stevie from NA Travel. Hello? Brendan, are you there?
Okay, they're here. Is everybody ready? Nigel, your tie's crooked. Fix it. Mitch, your hair's a mess. Matt, your glasses, well, they're still lame. Right. Time to greet the guests. Welcome, welcome. I've been waiting for you. I'm Brendan Dumont, the proprietor of this castle. Stevie, I thought you'd never come. Thanks for leading them here.
And thank you for showing up, Brendan. I was worried you weren't here. Oh, I should introduce the...
There's no need, Stevie. I'm already well aware of our guests. Mr. Lance, the Grundlers, Mr. David, and Mrs. Shirley, and last but not least, the Barings. So you came instead of the Andersons. What a delight.
Young guy, you take care of this place all by yourself?
Yes, that's right. You must be tired from that long boat ride. I'll lead you to your rooms inside. It'll be a while until dinner, so make yourself at home.
Keith, look! The view is so wonderful from here. It's like we're back in Europe. You remember when we went to France and you... Shouldn't you answer that?
It's Eric, no doubt. I'll call him back later.
I wonder what the others are up to. I'll go take a look. Are you coming, honey?
Not right now. Later.
Lost again.
You're awful at this. It's getting a bit boring.
No, you're just too good. Your poker face especially.
Yeah, it probably doesn't help that you're grinning or grimacing at every hand. Am I right or what, Helena?
It's really quite cute, though.
Would you like to play, Keith?
I'll pass.
Too bad. I have a feeling you're great at poker.
How about playing poker with us, honey?
Nah, I'm fine.
I just can't win. Glad we're not betting any money.
Wow, even this hall is huge. You could hold a dance here.
Now that would be nice. Perhaps we should have brought some nice dresses for you.
Hey, Lance, take a picture of me and Papa, will you?
Huh? Sorry, I don't do people. Ask a friend if you want a photo, Missy.
Cheapo.
This really is quite the impressive castle. No doubt it'll draw many tourists once it's opened up. Why, I could even see it being used as a movie set.
What is it, Mr. Keith?
Don't play around on the stairs like that. You'll trip and fall.
Oh, thanks for the concern. Not to worry, old man. I won't cause you any trouble.
That'd be appreciated, young lady.
Yo, detective, out of the frame. I got a job to do here, you know?
Sure are enthusiastic about your work.
Don't need any pics of you. Thought I told you I'm not a gossip kind of guy.
The plan is to tour the castle in the morning, then go around town in the afternoon. The car will be here to pick us up at 1.
Ah, so what time does it make lunch?
12 seems good to me.
Alright, I'll tell the employees. Hi, Mr. Baring. Are you enjoying yourself? Take a look anywhere. I don't mind. I know. It's a terribly large place.
Oh, Mr. Baring, here's the menu for dinner tonight. Anything that needs changing? Any allergies?
My wife won't eat meat. Can you change the main course?
Understood. I'll tell the cook. Will she be alright with fish?
Sure.
And how about dessert? You have your choice of cheesecake, grass jelly, or creme brulee.
What kind of cheesecake is it?
Rare.
She would have liked a baked one. Make it creme brulee then. And tea for after the meal. Chamomile if you can. I'll have the same.
Certainly, sir. You know your wife's tastes so well. Personally, I'm so forgetful. The other day, I brought some Casablancas home for her, and she told me she hated them.
Just have to remember every little detail for next time.
Absolutely.
Oh, what a surprise. So this is where you were.
Sorry for wandering in here.
Oh, no, I don't mind. Such a large study, isn't it? I used to play hide and seek in here as a kid, and my dad always told me off. So many piles of old, precious books, too. Unfortunately, I don't really know how much they're worth.
Is that book about the history of the castle?
Ah, you've been doing some reading. A very disturbing history, isn't it? The former lord of the castle was quite a tyrant. He severely taxed the islanders, and persecuted anyone who rebelled. There are many odd rooms in this castle, actually. I'm sure they were used for punishment. But you'll be toured through them tomorrow, so...
You said you managed this place yourself. Must be hard.
Well, only as of late. I went to film school, actually, and did some work in Hollywood. It wasn't too long ago I returned here. After my parents' death, I inherited the property, you see. Yes, it's a hard job to do alone, especially with all those strange rooms, so I thought I'd promote this place as a tourist destination. I'm not too interested in the castle myself. I'd hate to live out the rest of my days in a deserted place like this. This tour is kind of a test drive, you might say, and Stevie has been a great help with everything.
No need to worry. I'm sure it'll be a hit soon.
Oh, I do hope you're right. Say, Mr. Baring, you're a detective, right? That's so neat. I love police dramas, and I watch Law and Order all the time.
Sorry, but it's not a pretty job.
Well, in the eyes of an ordinary citizen who blends into the crowd, I think it's swell. I'm jealous.
Hell, I'm jealous that you own a castle. Must attract a lot of girls.
I wish it would. I'd love to meet a wonderful woman like you have. Well, if you'll excuse me.
Hey, David, you going to eat your banya cauda?
Oh, yeah, maybe you can have it.
Why don't you want it? It's delicious.
He won't eat it because he hates anchovies.
Really? That's why? That's so cute.
I mean, it smells so raw. And hey, don't call me cute, okay? Cool would be fine. Jeez, Helena's laughing too?
'Cause it's cute, right, Shirley?
If we're talking cute, I think that would be you, Missy.
Pardon me. You can have the rest of it.
You won't be having any more?
No.
Gosh, Mr. Keith never smiles. What's got him in a tizzy?
He's always that way.
What is he, a robot?
A robot detective? So he's Ow!
Don't be rude.
Ah, RoboCop. I remember going to see that with my wife back in college.
He may be that way now, but he used to be very funny, you know. He was always making me laugh. I told him he should consider being a comedian.
Really? I don't believe it.
Comedian or not, he's still the laughingstock of some magazines. You know about that, don't you, miss?
Keith, jeez, man, why don't you answer your calls? I've been trying all day.
What do you need?
What do you do with the profiling info for the investigation?
It's on your desk.
What? It's not there. It's not. It's nowhere. It's completely and totally... Oh, there it is!
Is that what you called 20 times over?
I called because you went on vacation without saying a word to me. Tell me before you hand this stuff over. I mean, why in the world would you take a vacation in a hellish time like this? And please, answer your calls. How many times do I have to tell you?
Frankly, you should just clean up your desk. Hell, mine too. Papers are going to topple over. They'll start attracting flies.
Man, I don't wanna. You do it, Keith.
If you don't have it cleaned up once I'm back, I'll burn it all.
Oh, there he goes again. Quick to threaten, aren't we, Keithy? Sorry, I'll clean up.
You better. So what's the situation over there?
Well, you see... hey!
Hey, how's it going? Having a good trip?
Hand it back to Eric. I don't need you right now.
Harsh. You don't need Eric neither, alright? Now, just hang up and enjoy your trip.
At least tell me the situation over there.
Situation, eh? Got no obligation to tell anyone who's not on the crime scene.
Come on, Dick.
You gonna ignore your honey again? What, you wanna try and investigate this over the phone? Boy, what's the point of giving you a vacation anyway?
I can sleep when I'm dead.
I'm just saying, don't stick your neck into this. Plus, Eric's always relied on you too much. Now's the time to whip him into shape. Now, don't call again. Got it? I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Now go to hell.
Same to you. So long.
Well, did you take some good pictures?
Yeah, they're decent. You'll show us more tomorrow, yeah? Is there anywhere that's off limits?
I haven't really asked Brendan about that. I'll check with him tomorrow.
That one piece looks really good on you. I'm glad I bought it for you.
This one's my favorite, since you picked it out, of course.
So I said I wanted to see RoboCop, but my wife said she wanted to see Platoon, and we fought and fought. In the end, RoboCop won, but things were a bit stormy after that.
I know how that goes. Shirley and I never want to see the same movies. A lot of the time we come to the theater together, but then go our separate ways.
Keith, you took your call?
Yeah.
Sorry for going back without you. I wanted to take a shower. I'm going to bed now. Good night.
Why were you crying?
Sit down. I want to talk for a bit. I wanted to tell you this once we got back from this trip, but it's too hard for me. We're at a very important crossroads, a kind of D-Day.
D-Day?
For a decision, I guess, or divorce. I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I couldn't say it.
You want a divorce? Do you hate me?
No, that's not it. No, I could hate you. It's not that. It's not you. It's a problem with me.
With you?
I'm going to bed. We'll finish this conversation when we get home. Good night. I love you.
I told you, if I can just get some juicy tidbits, sales will shoot up for you, my man. Sheesh, didn't I tell you? I can't take photos of people. You can keep your money if you want pics of that rude-ass detective. Oh, yeah, his girl's alright. Oh, yeah, she's a good one. Gotta wonder why she's with a snooze-fest like him. Not a bad idea. I'd love to see him keep his cool even when his girl's taken.
We're going to tour the island tomorrow, right? I can't wait.
That's right, but you'd better get to bed soon so you can wake up tomorrow, yes?
What are you saying, Papa? You gotta enjoy both days and nights on vacation, right? We should talk lots.
Why, we already spoke with the others plenty today, and I'm sure they're all going to sleep now.
But I didn't talk to you much, Papa. Come on, let's talk.
That's my selfish little girl.
Hey, Papa? Was Mama a good person? Did you and Mama get along like David and Shirley?
Oh, absolutely. I've never met a person finer than your mother. You're starting to remind me of her yourself, though you'd need to be a bit more mature.
So I can't be childish, huh?
Now, Sophie, you can be whatever you want to be. No matter what, you're a precious family to me, a true treasure, and your mother as well, of course.
Got a text from Paul. Bring back souvenirs, you ass. What's wrong?
Doesn't Helena remind you of your mother?
Maybe so. There's kind of that air about her now that you mention it. But what's this all of a sudden?
Never mind, I just had a thought.
You don't look so good. Did something happen?
Well, I've never been on a trip like this before. I don't know how I should act. It's different from traveling with friends, isn't it?
Hey, just enjoy yourself. You won't have any fun worrying over everything. We'll make some great memories.
What about your memories with me?
We could always use more.
I wonder how many more we need.
Why don't we start now?
Oh, look at the time. Better get to sleep.
Hey, what about making memories?
Hey, David! Stop it! I'm ticklish! Give me a break. Like, that's gonna be a fond memory.
Good night. Enjoy yourself tomorrow.
Night.
Somebody put a stop to that asshole's calls. Where's my phone? Helena?
So sorry to disturb your slumber, detective, but you know it'd be a waste to sleep on such a wondrous night. Ah, it really is a great set, don't you agree? All it needs is me standing on stage and then perfection.
Well, get up there then.
How do you do, detective? I am... Excuse me. How do you do, detective? I am the Boogeyman, the organizer of this marvelous game soon to begin.
Game?
Yes, a very special game for the night of a very joyous trip. Oh, pardon me, let me consult my cheat sheet. Now let's see here. You're the player and must chase the Boogeyman. If you catch him, you win, and that's the happy ending. If you don't catch him, you lose, and what awful bad ending may await you then? So, what do you think of that? You look pretty fast, Mr. Detective, so you might catch me real quick. That'd be pretty boring now, wouldn't it? Ooh, I know. How's this for an idea? How about I kill everyone but you, and you have to stop me?
Is this stupid prank part of the tour? Halloween's not in a while, you know.
Stupid? How dare! You'll see. Oh, you'll see. It'll be the best game you ever did see. Let me guess. Are you nervous? Worry not. I've even prepared a tutorial for you. And now we're about to have the opening cutscene. Tell me, detective, are you familiar with the Boogeyman? All the evil and sadness in this world can be blamed on the Boogie. He's always watching from inside your closet. The Boogeyman is the king of evil and terror. Meanwhile, you're a detective, allied to the weak citizens, and because it's you versus me, a simple game this may be, but it's also a battle of good and evil. Such a holy battle needs a spectacular opening, yes? Indeed, sacrificial blood must spill.
Brendan, let him down. This joke is going too far.
Joke? What a laugh. I'm always deadly serious. Shouldn't you know from experience? People who do things to make you think the words, "they've gotta be joking," are usually very serious. And they're just messed up in here. Right then, detective, the blood of this homely boy should add some nice color to our game. Oh yes, this'll be quite a night. Yeehaw! Now the game begins, detective. Catch me if you can, before more of that lovely blood stains the castle floors. Turn on the light.
Stevie, are you there?
Turn on the lights. 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 Repeat. Turn on the lights. That's the way, Stevie. You're a real great tour guide. Now keep repeating. You have to finish your job if you want to go back to your wife in Connecticut. Oops, someone's eavesdropping on our conversation. Turn on the light. Detective, you took your time, didn't you?
You did this?
thought I told you I prepared a tutorial. Now you should have a real good grasp of the way this game goes. In short, you go too slow, the others end up like this, too. Stevie did such a good job, showed you just what you needed to do.
Did you kill those servants too?
Oh, they're just for show. Making it look good helped spice the game up. I'll let you off the hook there, since they kicked it while you were still snoozing away. So what do you think? Gotten you a little more motivated, detective? Or maybe I'm making you quiver in your boots.
Where'd you take the others?
It'd be no fun and games if I told you that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a lot to get done. Good luck, detective, 'cause for you nothing could be a bigger disgrace than failing to save someone you could have, right?
Stevie, stop. That's enough.
It's cold.
It's alright. It'll get better soon. Helena.
Keith? Keith, are you okay? Are you hurt?
I'm fine. What about you?
Keith, thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Helena, your leg's wounded. Hold on, I'll get over there.
Keith, I'm fine. I'll be fine. There's nothing to worry about.
Helena? Wait, Helena, I'll be right there. Don't move from that spot.
I'm fine. I swear. I'll be fine. Wait for me, Keith. Don't worry.
Helena! Lance.
Detective! Hey, save me already, damn it! Untie these things!
If you want 'em off that bad, you should have asked me, Lance.
Hey, hurry up. Save me, please.
Hey there, detective. Whoa there, don't move a muscle. You have to give the bad guy a chance to say some lines.
Hurry, Keith, get me out of here!
What a noisy pest you are, Lance. Already forgotten your punishment for howling like that before?
Huh?
Bad dog. Don't move. I already said that, didn't I? If you ask me, detective, photographers are just the worst people in the whole world. They capture the world in their lens and tell the world that this is reality. But it isn't, is it? Reality has pain, it has suffering, and most importantly, it has fear. The public sees this world you're fighting against in a distorted form, thanks to these wretched photographers. So now I'm thinking this coward should be taught what real pain is like. Good idea, don't you think? Now, Lance, you seem like a coward who can only see reality through a lens. So I'll take a photo for you. And I'll put that photo in a frame, hang it up, place some flowers, and pray. On the anniversary of your death. Smile for the camera, Lance.
I'll stop the bleeding.
What a crappy photo. This is why I hate taking pics of people. Damn it. Why'd this happen to me? Freaking out and howling. What a loser I am.
Your life was in danger. I'd be worried if you weren't frightened.
And what would you know, huh?
When I was new to my job, I got shot in the leg. I lost my cool and screamed, and my boss at the time punched me. Told me that if I freaked out, nobody would trust me. Why are you here, Lance?
Oh, hell if I know. I nodded off on the sofa and then, woke up all tied up.
You didn't notice being transported here?
I said I was sleeping, didn't I?
I'll tell you what I know. That man's kidnapped everyone who was on the tour. I haven't found any of them yet, besides you, Brendan, Stevie, and the employees were all killed.
Huh? Killed?
I slept from 9 to about midnight. Around 12:05, the man decapitated Brendan. Stevie died around 12:20. He was tied to a chair, cut open from his neck down to his back. He was left there immobile until he died of blood loss. Judging from the amount of blood and how much it had dried, the wound was probably inflicted about 30 minutes before I found him.
He's seriously dead?
Well, he was still hanging by a thread by the time I arrived.
Wasn't there some way to save him?
I'm not a doctor. Even if I were, he'd lost too much blood.
So you just stood in front of dying Stevie, calculating his time of death?
Don't harp on every detail. Lance, can you stand? I'm going to look for the others. You come with me. I can't leave you alone.
And what if I can't stand, huh?
I'll carry you.
Give me a break. Hey, go look for the others if you want, but don't you think it'd be faster to nail that guy down first? Leaving him alone is downright dangerous.
This is a hostage situation. Who knows how many others are being slowly killed like Stevie? Catching him is pointless if we can't guarantee everyone's safety. He's already killed several people. I'm playing catch-up at this point. I can't suffer any more careless losses.
Losses? Huh, that what you call murders?
Quiet. Stop hounding me. That kind of thing gets the attention of civil liberty groups.
Huh?
Let's go.
Ugh.
Lance, look down that hallway.
You mean that doll in the wheelchair? Whoa, it's got a gun.
I don't know how the thing works, but we'll be gunned down if we're not careful. So, you be the target for a second.
Say what? You want me dead, man?
Just stand on that end and block the bullets with this plate. Even a wounded man can manage that much. I'll take care of the doll while you're doing that.
Do you realize how stupid that sounds? We'll both die if we're not careful.
You've got the physique to hide behind a shield. Get in there and don't get shot. Is that a no? Fine, I'll do this myself. Stand back and watch, you chicken.
Hey!
Don't scream in my ear.
Alright, I'll be your stupid target. You better be able to handle that doll. And you never call me chicken again. You got that, you damn detective?
Sure, I appreciate it. Always grateful to have a good citizen's aid. Go.
Why, you loose cannon. What were you planning to do if I got shot?
Let's move.
Not going in?
If you want to puke, go right ahead, but I'm not going to be the one to clean it up.
Belgian Shepherd, huh? That brings me back.
Isn't it a wolf?
Similar, but nah. Lived on a farm in Montana when I was a kid. There were tons of these guys. They're sheepdogs.
Cover your ears, Lance.
God, you should have told me you're gonna fire that thing. It's like you're trying to freak me out.
Do I have to give you notice for everything to keep you from wetting yourself? That seems futile.
Forget it. You sure this was the best place for that? There was only one bullet. Should have kept it for later.
Couldn't trust someone else to carry a loaded gun around. Just be glad it didn't discharge and blow off a hand.
Hey, Detective Lance. You're pretty late. Had trouble leading the wounded man along, is it? Listen, Lance, don't get in the detective's way. This game is between me and him, you know. If you interfere too much, I'll punish you again.
Get away from there.
Oh, how keen, Detective. Just as you surmised, there's someone you need to protect here. Oh, yes, Detective. There's something I've been meaning to ask. Say there were two helpless people in peril. Say you had to save one and just leave the other behind. Who would you save in that case? What if you had to choose between a girl with a bright future or an adult doing good work for society?
You bastard!
Justice is heartless, you see. It's unfair. It's all choosy. But I'm impartial. I can send these two to hell together. So, Detective, which will you save? And don't tell me both. As soon as you raise one, the other will fall. And you know what'll happen down that hole, don't you? Truth is, though, I know who you really want to save. Oh, how I pity you, Detective. Bye-bye now.
Hey, you guys okay?
Keith, please, save Sophie, I'm begging you.
No, Papa, don't! Mr. Keith, save Papa! Please!
Sophie, it'll be okay. Stay calm. We'll be fine.
Whoa! You gonna lift Richard and drop Sophie? You really sure? If the spikes break the table...
She won't be hurt. Lance, pull the lever when I say pull. Sophie, I'm going to lift Richard and drop you.
No, Keith, drop me, please. Don't put my dear daughter in danger.
Quiet. Sophie, don't look down, okay? You'll be fine if you don't look down. You with me? No funny stuff. Don't cry, Sophie. I won't let you die. I won't even let you get hurt. I promise. So believe me, and just don't move. Can you promise me that?
Okay.
That's a good girl. Lance, are you ready?
Yeah.
Pull.
Hey!
Mr. Keith! Are you okay, Mr. Keith?
How about you?
I'm fine. I don't have a scratch on me. But you, Mr. Keith?
Glad to hear it. Sorry, little lady, but could you move it? Feels like I'm going to be crushed to death.
Papa!
Sophie! Oh, Sophie, I'm so glad you're safe.
Papa, it was so scary.
Hey, you okay? I had no idea you were gonna...
Lance, how's my head look?
Huh?
Those spikes really grazed it. Wondered if they sheared my hair. Did I go bald?
Don't worry, it's still plenty fluffy.
Keith, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for saving my daughter.
Let's take this elsewhere. Come with me.
Lance, how are those wounds? Are you still hurting?
Damn right I am, but guess it's a little better now.
No weird traps in this room. No windows either. Just that one door, in or out. Shouldn't have to worry about that guy ambushing you. I'll go look for the others, so you stay here. Don't leave this room under any circumstances.
Keith, will you be alright?
Better than I'd be dragging around a wounded man and a family.
Hey!
What? Didn't I just tell you to stay in there?
What you said before. Whatever it was. About civil liberties groups.
Did I say anything like that?
Don't play dumb. You... What do you know? You trying to threaten me?
I felt bad for the girl, no doubt, but you went about it all wrong. Sorry, but I just can't approve of that.
What?
It's your policy not to photograph people? It's not quite accurate, is it? It's not that you won't. You can't. Since you don't listen to what you're told. You don't love scenery. You just hate people.
Why do you know that? I didn't say anything about that. You researched? You got your eye on me? Aren't you just some cop? You're not state. How the hell? And that other guy talked like he knew too. What the hell is this? What do you guys know?
Done talking. Use that if he comes for you. His big head should be an easy target. Don't worry, it'll be justified self-defense. No tabloid stardom for you. If I suggest you come up with a quip for the press. The detective ordered me to, say. Or are you more accustomed to being the press? Well, LK. Back in the room. You should follow their example instead of picking a fight with me.
Hey, Mr. Keith? Where's Helena?
Haven't found her yet.
I see.
Keith, I don't mean to cast doubt, but did Brendan and Stevie really, well...
I saw Brendan get killed, and his body was dropped into the basement. Stevie was alive by the time I got there, but it was too late.
If Brendan, if he is still alive.
Sorry, but I've never met a guy who survived a beheading. David, get up.
Keith? Where is this? Shirley? Keith! Shirley! Where's Shirley?
Settle down and answer me first. What are you doing here? What happened?
I think... Shirley? She's sure taking her time. Shirley? Shirley! What happened? Hang in there! Ah! I don't remember anything after that.
Alright.
Brendan and Stevie are both... You're kidding, right?
I don't make jokes in such poor taste. Lance and the Grundlers are hiding out in the safe room. I thought you'd have been kidnapped too, but I guess not.
So Shirley was gone because...
He must have taken her. Trying to bait you, I'll bet. Wonder what he's plotting.
We have to hurry.
I'll take you to the others. Stay put with them.
No way. I have to go find her. She's my wife. I have to.
Listen to me. You'll only get in the way.
I'm going, no matter what. How could you dodge that?
Why couldn't you?
You could have told me duck or something.
Your fault for coming along. This is exactly why I told you to stay put.
Oh no, looks like I've been cornered by Mr. Detective. Back to the wall, nowhere to run. It's like the end of a chase scene, straight from a movie. Now let's see, you'd be Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, so I'm John Doe,
Where'd you take Shirley?
Hey, are you the guy that kidnapped Shirley? Where is she?
Ah, so nice to see you, David. Can't help worrying about your wife, I see. Worry not, you'll meet her very soon. Sooner than you think. So then, here I have a box. Surprise, a gift from me to you. I'd like David to open it, if possible. I'm sure he'll be stunned. Well, anyway, you two, take your time and enjoy the present.
Wait! Don't. If you open that, don't open it. Please! Stop!
Thought so.
God damn it! Who does that asshole think he is?
Calm down. Don't let him rile you up.
Come to think of it, Keith, Helena's okay, isn't she?
Haven't found her yet.
What? But, I was sure that... I mean, you seemed so...
Seemed to what?
We have to find them. Quick! Shirley and Helena both! Shirley!
Hold it.
Hey there, it's the dynamic duo again.
You!
Stay back, he's armed.
Ooh, I'm shaking. David? Oh, are you mad, I wonder? Sorry to tease you back there, but I know how it feels when you don't know if a loved one is safe. It's truly distressing. Now, don't look behind you. But David, oh David, you're demanding something you can never have. You know everyone will always leave you, so why do you struggle so?
What are you saying? Get away from Shirley, now!
Very well, I will open your eyes. Men are always led astray by women. This is what the evil ones deserve.
Get back.
Shirley!
Hey. David, can you untie the ropes?
No good! They're too tight!
David, use this.
Shirley! Hey! Wake up! Shirley!
Well done, David. I knew you'd leap right in there. How you holding up? Good? But boy, I just don't get you. You oughta just dump her, the same way her parents dumped her. She never needed you for anything anyway.
Huh?
Once a loner, always a loner, David. Two loners getting together to feel secure. Pretty hollow, don't you think? Here I thought you'd know the sorrow of needing someone to lean on and the bother of being needed. But you and her, it just doesn't work. You're abandoning her. What do they say again? That's right. Like father, like son.
Shut up!
Oh well, if you won't take my advice, then let death do you part. I'll make it a dramatic one for you. Might as well. I'll be taking my leave then. Wouldn't want to disturb you two having a hot moment.
David, can you make it to the ladder?
No way. The flames are too much.
Stay there. I'll take care of them. Are you hurt?
I'm fine, thanks.
but Shirley isn't waking up.
Only fainted. Let's carry her to the safe room.
Shirley!
David, where am I? Your arm, it's burnt. Are you okay? What happened?
I'm glad you're okay.
What's wrong? What? I see. All that while I was out like a dunce, huh?
But what matters is that you are safe, Shirley.
Same to all of you. So the only one who hasn't been found is...
Helena.
I'll go find her. Don't leave the room.
Wait, Keith, I'll go with you.
Oh?
It's not safe for anyone to act alone at any rate. What if something happened out there?
I'm telling you, don't.
But...
Don't you ever forget your duty. What is that woman to you? You're gonna leave her to come with me? Get a grip. You have to protect her.
Shirley?
I understand. I just have to beat the crap out of that bag-wearing weirdo if he comes by, right? Simple enough. Be careful out there, David.
You do that, Shirley. Let's go.
Hey!
Keith! Find Helena quickly. Please.
Are you stupid? What are you even thinking?
I'm not stupid, but I am thinking. Yeah, I'm uneasy when I don't know if Shirley's okay, but I know she'll be fine there with the others.
You've got a tough wife?
Yeah, I usually lose when we get in fights, too. So, what about Helena?
I don't know. Is your head okay? You look like you got punched out.
It's fine. You just need to look out for yourselves.
Would it be alright if I came with you too?
No. Look after your daughter first.
You sure it'll be alright to take that baby face with you?
Ask the babyface to his face.
What does my face have to do with it? Don't tell me. You're going to walk along those?
There's no other path. Don't like it? Leave. David, lend me your lighter. Stay here. Stand by the painting and keep a lookout. Call for me if you see anything strange.
Got it.
Hey, detective. Up to your silly profiling, it seems. Say, why don't I try doing the same? You're always carrying a little box with you. A precious little black box. A treasure trove of all you hold dear. Don't you notice the smell from that box? You know what it is, don't you? Do you think you're better than me? Do you want to kill me or befriend me? I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Who do I pray to straighten out this crooked tongue?
You okay?
Sorry, I just felt kinda...
I don't expect you to be unfazed by a sight like that. Sorry, I couldn't tell till I got close. You know, that corpse was strange.
Strange? How so?
The other servants were found dead in what looked like living spaces, but this one's way out here. Not to mention I found this on the floor.
Ammunition? So they were shot?
All the others were caught unaware and stabbed. This one was tied to a chair and shot in the head. Seems it was a struggle to the bitter end. Is this just for show too? I think we get the idea by now.
I'm not too sure either. But yeah, it's odd that he'd use a gun. I wonder why that is.
Damn it. I should be able to figure this out. God, this feels awful. I feel like I'm missing something. Something I should realize with some thought, but I'm just not noticing. My brain just hasn't been working lately.
Why's that?
I guess because I'm not enough of a man to solve two problems at once.
Sophie? Sophie, where are you? Sophie, come on.
Richard?
Sophie, where are you? Sophie! Sophie, stop playing around. Sophie! Sophie? Sophie, where are you?
Richard!
Keith! David! Do you know where Sophie is?
She's gone?
I just looked away for a second and she wasn't there. I can't find her anywhere. He might have kidnapped her.
Calm down. Start from the top.
Telling such a thoughtful papa just to calm down won't do any good, you know.
Where?
You! Did you take my daughter? Where's Sophie?
Ah, Richard. So scared your daughter will leave this world as soon as you're not looking. Just like your wife was robbed from you by a robber's gun.
What?
Don't listen to him, Richard.
Your wife was such a cheerful and lively lady, Richard. But the truth is, she was an unbelievable idiot, leaving herself in the care of a useless man like you. But it must have been a happy death. Just one bang, and she was gone. And what a beloved daughter she left behind. You fawn over her so. A real memento of your dear wife, yes. But humans do tend to die so easily, as I'm sure you're well aware.
Stop it!
Calm down, Richard. Don't listen to a word he says.
Oh, poor Richard. Alas, the Grundlers are down to just one Grundler. But don't you cry. You'll be the Grundlers again soon. In hell.
Don't you dare insult my family! What did you do with Sophie? Give her back this instant. If you even lay a finger on her, I'll... You monster!
Richard, settle down.
Well, I guess I'd better go. Cute little Sophie is waiting for me.
Let's head back to Lance and Shirley.
I'm so sorry. I never even noticed she was gone.
And where was she?
The bathroom. Thought she had to take a piss, but she never came back out. So we busted down the door and she'd fled the coop.
That little brat. Shirley, you think you can get in the vent above the bathtub?
Way too tight. My shoulders won't even fit. She's small enough that she could have, though.
You mean Sophie snuck out on her own?
You couldn't sneak in through the windows. It's a sheer cliff outside. And I checked the rooms for any weird tricks when we first came in. The rim of the bathtub has marks made by heels, and some dust fell from the vent above. So she must have climbed up on the tub to get in there. That scrawny, delicate girl could easily crawl through.
Richard, wait! You can't go alone!
Please let me go! That fiend has Sophie in his grasp. We need to find...
Not yet, he doesn't. He's the kind of guy who puts out corpses for show. If he'd caught Sophie, he'd gladly flaunt it, I'm sure. He must have overheard Richard looking for Sophie and decided to meddle. We'll find her before he does. Come on, David.
And me too.
You stay here. You're out of sorts right now. If you tried anything sudden, I couldn't guarantee your safety.
Wait! Please, you must find her for me. She's my one and only daughter. After my wife passed away, I couldn't look her in the eye for quite some time. But still, she's grown to be a wonderful girl. She's my pride and joy. If anything happened to her, I'd...
Sorry. We'll find her. Just wait for us.
Sophie?
Step back.
Why did it have to be like this? On our first vacation in ages. Wonder if Helena's okay.
Oh, it's Sophie. Is something the matter?
Why did you marry Mr. Keith, Helena?
Why do you ask that?
Lately, I felt like my heart doesn't ever beat fast anymore. I can think people are great and all, but that's it. I can't get excited about them like I used to. It's like I forgot how to love. David and Shirley get along really well, so I'm jealous. And I don't want to be by myself forever. So I'd like to know why you and Mr. Keith decided to get together, Helena.
You know, love is like a jewel. It's buried deep in a person's heart, and one day you just dig it up. Feelings like love and sympathy can create all different kinds of jewels, though jealousy, anger, and pride can shatter them too. Have you ever found such a jewel?
Yeah, but I got rejected.
Don't worry, you'll find it again. I hope you can make a wonderful jewel someday.
So what's your jewel like, Helena?
Mine is already complete. I don't want to meddle with it anymore. I just want to keep it deep in my heart. It's so windy. Your hair's a mess, young lady. We should get back inside.
No. No. I doubt this goes outside. Must go somewhere else in the castle. All right. It opened. I can get out here. Ow! That hurt. Glad I'm out of there. Okay, now I have to find Helena. Ugh, something smells funny in here. Is something there?
Hi there, sweetie. You've been a bad girl, Sophie. Why do you want to make your father cry? Perhaps you wish to see your mother again.
Where's Helena?
Sophie, are you mad at me? It's been so long since our last meeting.
What are you talking about?
Don't you remember? We've met time after time in every bad dream you had as a child. I'll take you to the world inside the closet. But first, we need to play some more. Why don't you look after my pets? They're a bit hungry, but they're lively pups. Have fun. Take your time.
Cute little doggies. I'm busy right now, so why don't we play later? Ah! No! Stay away from me, you stupid dogs! Stop it already! Please, stay away! No! Huh? What?
Sophie?
David! Mr. Keith!
Dogs? Sophie, what happened in here?
That man locked me in here. He sicked those dogs on me.
Sicked them? They look asleep to me.
No, they were just up and attacking me. Then all of a sudden they fell asleep. Yeah, they fell asleep so quickly, as if...
Keith?
What were you thinking? Can you even imagine how much you worried your father, you idiot?
I just wanted to find Helena.
Don't give me excuses. I told you not to leave that room. Why don't you do what?
Keith?
Stand up. Tell me you'll never do anything to make your father cry again. Say it!
I'll never do it again.
Let's go back.
Sophie! Oh, thank God. Keith, David, thank you so much. Sophie, why did you leave the room?
I went to look for Helena. I was just really worried.
And how worried was I when you were gone? Please, don't leave without telling me again.
Mr. Keith! I'm sorry. Thank you for coming to find me.
Don't take your eye off that brat, Richard. She'll be the death of your daughter.
David.
Why don't you do what I tell you to? Haven't I told you not to play in here? What if a pot or a knife fell on you?
Sorry, Dad.
So, why were you playing around here?
I was playing policeman, and, it's snowing today.
So?
This mat here is white and fluffy, like snow. So...
Do you want to join the police, Todd?
Yeah, I want to be a policeman like you, Dad.
Well, well. But a policeman has to follow the rules. A boy who breaks rules can't join the force. It's the law.
Well, unless you have connections, right?
Connections? Who taught you a word like that?
You did, Dad.
Well then, you'll join the force with your connections. That's a lame way to do it.
Lame?
Yeah, some of my buddies got in by connections, but they're all dumb, unpopular, and really lame to boot. You want to be a lame policeman, Todd?
Nuh-uh, I'll be a cool policeman.
Then no relying on connections, or playing pretend in the kitchen. Mom should be back from shopping soon. Let's go meet her.
Okay, don't want Mom to run into any swindlers. Then I'll protect her.
Swindlers? And who taught you that one?
You did that.
Right. Well, let's go.
Are we taking the car?
I've got a better idea.
Ow!
Oops, sorry.
Keith? What's the matter?
Just thinking about my son.
You have a son?
He's dead. David, let me ask a favor.
My neck's gonna break.
Hey, quit shaking. Don't you work out at all?
Why are you trying to get up there anyway?
That big-headed freak. He's always vanishing when there's no way out, and appearing from nowhere too. He's clearly using routes we don't know about. I need to learn more about them. This wall's been painted over, so I'm sure there's a path up ahead.
That doesn't explain using me as a footstool. Climb up there and get your weight off my shoulders.
Lance could have worked, but I wouldn't push a wounded guy. And for your information, only 3% of that weight is fat. So excuse you. Toss me your lighter. I'll look ahead. Don't move from that spot. Shout for me if anything happens. Dick? Ah! Don't move. You're under arrest.
Your wifey's got a good butt on her. Really makes me want to chase after her.
Where is she? Where?
Ah, detective. How careless. Trying to take me on in such close quarters. I hate to say such a rude thing to a detective, but not really. Dummy.
Keith, my poor darling. You watched me as I wallowed in the depths of despair. And there you stood, with your back against the edge. Now, it's time that you finally learn. You need pride. You need peace. So go ahead, take it all. But don't you see? In the end, there will be nothing left of you. Where is this? Who are you? What's going on?
Hello, Miss Baring.
Who?
Call me Boogie, ma'am. I'm about to begin a game befitting such a joyful night. I'd appreciate your participation as well. Run from me, miss.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean. Where's my husband? Where am I? Why is that man tied up?
Ah, he's an assistant. He can quickly explain to you how this will all work. If I should catch you, this happens. Understand the rules now?
Where's my husband?
Somewhere you wouldn't know about.
Where's my husband?
He can't save you. He's in my grasp. It's up to me if he lives or dies. Now run, Miss Baring. The game begins, and I am it.
So, I was on the inside of the cell? Thanks for the letter.
Keith, did something happen?
That big head knocked me out cold.
What? No wonder you took so long. Are you okay?
I could have died easily, but more importantly... No, forget it. There was another corpse. I think one of the servants. Been dead a few months.
A few months? Isn't that kind of odd?
Yeah, it is. It's not like he got stuck there and couldn't get out. He was clearly murdered with a knife. What a ridiculous place. I never wanted to come somewhere so shady.
What about it is shady?
Since when are there castles in this country? I thought something was up the moment my boss told me about the castle tour. Then I found out it's the mansion of some European guy from the colonial era, and it's got a history of Native American persecution to boot. You can't open this kind of place to the public. You wouldn't get a tourist trap, you get a lawsuit. The tribes that got persecuted here are still around. What was that Brendan guy even thinking? Guess we'll never know now.
If you were suspicious, then why did you come?
Because Helena wanted to. But had I known it was this bad, no way. I wouldn't want her to learn this kind of bloody history. With a month off, I could have taken her anywhere, but I chose here. And then this happens.
So, it was for Helena. You never seemed to pay her much mind, so I thought you didn't even like her, honestly.
I wanted to pay her more attention, but I couldn't. My subordinate kept calling so much, I couldn't catch a break.
Detectives have it rough. They're still cool, though.
I'm on vacation, so I'm just a plain old guy right now. Come on, let's go.
Don't forget, David.
Right.
What is it?
Something's wrong.
What would that be?
He's not the boogeyman.
Good going. Finding that girl?
Finding people is kind of my job.
Keith, are you going in there?
Can't I?
Well,
Don't tell me you're afraid.
When I was a kid, this wild dog chased me around for like an hour.
For such a big guy, you're really a wimp.
You're more heartless than I thought, David.
Is he behind there?
Don't mind him. Let's go.
Your mother's crying down in hell. You know. Can't you hear your mother's pitiful wails? Why did my dear Davy leave me alone? I don't want to be alone. Please don't leave me alone. Davy, oh Davy.
Calm down. Don't listen to him.
David, doesn't it hurt leaving your mother all by herself? A real thoughtful son, he'd go to be by her side right away. Or do you feel relieved? To hell with that weak woman who always clung to you.
Let go. I won't let him talk like that.
Settle down. Don't open that door.
Let go!
You stupid brat! You don't listen to a word, do you? Never listens, never learns. Must have put your old man through a lot of trouble.
What's that?
I said your father must have had it real hard with you. Jumping into danger alone, following when I tell you to stay. That's not being a brat, I don't know what is.
Say that one more time.
So it's not just your eyes that are busted, but your ears too? Or is it your head to blame? Getting riled up over every little thing. Think punching me will calm you down? Then go ahead.
Let's go.
Hey there, David. What are you looking up at? Look down below.
David!
Ah, I finally got you snared. That detective was a bit too perceptive earlier. Killing you would put me at a big advantage. A critical hit to the detective. Oh, this is getting good.
Gus?
Exactly. This may sting a bit, David, but not for long. Now hurry, Batman. Robin's gonna be a canary.
Keith. Keith. Keith! Ah!
You okay?
Yeah, I guess. But I think I got a bump on my head just now.
Good. You go back to the room. If this happens again, I can't afford to save you.
Sorry, it's my own stupidity to blame.
That's not the problem. If anything happens to you, I'm the one left with a crying Shirley.
Isn't there anyone who'd cry for you?
Maybe not anymore.
Huh?
Still want to tag along?
Yeah.
Do what you like. I'm exhausted.
Keith, let's rest a little. If you don't take a break, you're going to...
Shut up. This isn't the time.
I'm tired, okay? Let me rest. Or are you going to drag around an exhausted citizen, detective?
Lend me your lighter. You've got one smoke to rest.
The heck is that guy anyway? How does he know about my mom and Shirley's past? It's really disturbing.
David, did you celebrate your birthday with Shirley last month? Or was it with Paul and Marion?
Oh, I scheduled a meal with Shirley, then celebrated with Paul and Marion the other... Huh. Did I ever tell you my friends' names?
Sorry about your mother. Brain tumors are like a landmine. One misstep means trouble. But I guess they don't teach you how to dodge landmines in flight school, huh?
What?
Oh, and you want to toughen your stomach for anchovies and liver. I mean, unless you want younger girls thinking that's cute or whatever.
Hold on a second. What do you know about my mom, too? And my friends in school? I never told you any of that, right?
Keep this between us. But working as a detective for 15 years, you get to know stuff. Like what someone's done in the past, just by looking at their faces. Maybe that big-headed freak is the same way.
You're kidding, right?
You think I'm kidding? You're a real sucker. Take care you don't get swindled someday.
What's this about? What do you know all about me?
You were taken to the police after the incident with your mother. Remember the detective who questioned you?
I was pretty dazed at the time, so I don't really remember. But it wasn't you, was it?
Eric Simpson, my subordinate. It was only an attempted crime, so he was the only one to handle you. And you know, he's got a real messy desk. He lets case files and the like pile up so high they even topple over onto my desk. I saw some files on you among them. Your history, your family, that kind of info. And your mother's diagnosis. Oh, and the ones who verified your identity were your friends Paul and Mary and Martin. I remember them well, especially because that Paul guy made a huge ruckus at the station. He was the one that ate too many chili dogs too, right?
Then the anchovies. Oh yeah, I mentioned that at dinner. But I didn't tell you I hated liver, did I?
I hate anchovies myself, and I hate liver. That's all.
Why did you make a guess for that one?
Because you're stupid enough that I thought it'd fool you.
If you know so much about me, why didn't you say so when we first met?
Because I was suspicious of you.
Huh? Me? Why?
A year and a half ago, you found a hanged body in an abandoned house in another state. The state police came to us trying to determine the guy's identity. That's when I read your testimony, and it was real sketchy.
Sketchy? Why?
I understand you were looking for the guy who formerly lived in your apartment, but how did you track him down without even knowing his name or what he looked like? You said you followed notes, but when you were asked to show him, you said you lost them. You said you shot a man in the house, but there was no gunpowder on the gun, no dropped cartridges. Most importantly, nobody to shoot. And then you just happened to find that former tenant's corpse. You gotta know that's suspicious.
But it's true. I was led there by the notes he wrote. Once I found the body and called the police, I realized they were gone. And I did shoot someone, but I'm not sure if it was a person.
As you testified, but I guess that doesn't matter so much now. I was wary of you because of what you could have done. I didn't want to leave Helena with a madman. If you did anything even a little weird, I was going to turn around and take my wife home.
Do you still distrust me?
When we first met on the boat, I intentionally told you that I was a detective. Somebody with something to hide would be alarmed. But then you just said cool, so I was a bit less wary. You might be crazy for all I know, but you haven't shown any sign of being dangerous. Listen, everyone's got bad stuff in their past. For somebody who shouldn't know it to dig it up and use it against you, that'd agitate and anger most people. He knows that well. He's showing off what he knows to upset all of you and control your actions. He's done it to you, to Richard, to Lance.
Lance, too?
He's an ex-journalist. Took photos of that job, too. When he published articles, he signed his photos with LK. He investigated the state police during a sexual assault and murder case 3 years back, but went too far. The victim's family and civil liberties group attacked him for invasion of privacy, and he was driven out of journalism.
How do you know about all that, Keith?
Doesn't matter.
Well, I understand that those are the guy's methods, but how does he know all of our pasts in the first place?
The boogeyman lives in your closet, right? So, he's always watching. Watching when you nearly killed your mother. Watching when you were snuggling with your wife in bed.
Don't make threats like that.
He's only human. The appearance, the weapon, the info, it's all just to scare us.
You're taking it pretty well, though.
It's all cheap tactics. It's not going to scare me.
Yep, that's our detective. Nothing scares him, even though his wife might be in danger. Still calm.
If I let myself be shaken, you'd all follow suit. I can't protect anyone if I get distracted. A detective doesn't just go fishing for corpses. I've got my lousy pride and my duty. I can't just watch while someone kills people with a grin on their face.
Even if you're forsaking someone important to you?
What are you trying to say?
There's a big gap between your ideal and what you really want. It's contradictory. Isn't that painful for you? I wanted to be a pilot, but thinking about it now, I think I was just too stubborn to see anything else.
So?
You'll understand someday.
Thinking of taking a nap here? Let's go.
Keith, those things you said before, were you trying to make me angry?
I don't intend on telling anyone your history, nor your family problems. Sorry if you're still pissed.
No, it's fine. I guess I am kind of a brat. Keith.
Hey, stop that, would you?
Huh?
Stop that thing. It's hurting my ears.
What does?
Your phone! I hate hearing phones ring. It's yours, right? Make it stop already!
Calm down.
Make it stop!
Calm down, please. Where are you hearing a phone ringing? There's no phone ringing. In fact, I think I lost my cell phone earlier. So please, calm down.
I hate it. I hate the sounds of phones.
Why?
Because it always brings bad news. Excuse me. Bearing here? Yes, that's right. I'll be there.
Mr. Baring, sorry to have called you. Your wife said she couldn't look, but we need you to confirm.
It's my son.
Are you sure?
He's wearing the clothes from this morning. My wife sewed his name on then. Todd Baring. Check behind the neck.
You have my deepest condolences. Sign here. We'll send you a pamphlet for a mortician. Refer to it if you wish. Thank you. There's a nurse waiting outside. Tell them if you need any help. Now, please excuse me.
Helen. It's me.
Hey, Keith, you off loitering somewhere? You gotta hurry. The suspect's on the move. Head for Wellington Street. Got it?
Don't go. Stay with me.
Helena, please don't leave without telling me. It makes me worry.
It's been a year now. You always stayed with me. You always supported me. But I can't do it. I can't stop the tears. You got back on your feet. But I can't do anything but cling to you. But I can't drag you down with my weakness anymore. So...
You know what I thought when I saw his body? I thought I failed. Can you believe that? That a parent would think that after losing a child? But it's true. Everyone has one leg in a coffin. If they aren't careful, they can easily fall in. No exceptions. I should have known that. But I didn't. I prayed that my family would be an exception. I wanted them to be there smiling at me forever. When I saw him in the hospital, something died in me. I wanted to kill the one who took my son from me. And you know, Some people smile about the deaths of others. I lost all hesitation to punish those people. I thought if they were gone, it would all end. But it'll never end. I still hear someone scoffing at me, saying, "You couldn't even protect your own son."
It's not your fault.
That's what they all say.
No! It's what I really think.
Then what should I have done? I always felt like such a clown. He died while I was out running around, trying to save others, so the audience just points at me and laughs. I didn't know anything anymore. Why I smiled, why I cried, why I got angry. I forgot how I even expressed those things. Even when I saw him dead, I didn't cry. Now it's just you. You're all I have left. I'll keep praying for a sunny day, and until then, I'll be your umbrella.
Who will keep you from getting wet?
I don't care if I get wet. Helena, if you give up on me someday, then I want you to just forget about me. But please, for my sake, don't leave me alone.
Don't cry, Keith.
I never cry.
No, you're crying. You've always been crying. I'm sorry for hushing my complaints on you. I'll get stronger so I can protect you. Whatever happens, you're someone I never want to lose.
I'm scared of phones ringing. I feel like someone's going to tell me about a death in the family again. Ever since then, I haven't been able to answer calls.
Why'd your son die?
Run over by a truck. Driver died instantly. I couldn't blame anyone. I still have idiotic thoughts. Like if I hadn't answered that call, maybe nothing would have even changed. If I'd had been with him, maybe he'd still be alive and smiling. It's completely stupid. It changed nothing. What could I have done? Sorry for grabbing you. I was just confused. Let's go.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I know that.
No, you don't understand. You're clever, so you're trying to fool yourself, saying, "It's not my fault," to convince yourself of that. But you can't fully deceive yourself. Deep in your heart, you still blame yourself. So you desperately try to protect everyone, even people you just met. Protecting people as a detective lets you make up for it. You can replace your guilt with pride and a sense of duty. But that isn't going to save you. Even if you only protect what you really feel is important, no one will blame you for it.
Don't act like you know so much. I'm only doing what I should be doing.
And you're deceiving yourself with it.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Then why's my son dead?
It's not your fault. Everyone has things they're powerless to help. So stop lying to yourself, please. Just forgive yourself.
Let's go.
At last, I finally got a hold of you. Oh dear, hurt all over. But what else could I do? You just wouldn't stop running, miss, no matter how much I hurt you. But well, our game of tag's come to a close now. Yes, you can't outrun the scary, scary boogeyman. Are you relieved it's over, or are you still scared? Well, madam, do you want to run?
You're an unbelievable idiot.
Say again.
I called you an idiot. You thought I was running because I was scared? You think I'm scared of you? Maybe you've spent too long in your little closet world to understand. You've convinced yourself that women and children are all scared of you. What were you planning once you caught me? Kill me? And then what? You'd go to kill Keith, right? You told me you had Keith in your hands. Whether he'd live or die was up to me. I guess that was true. And all this time you've been foolishly chasing after me. You could never kill him. I'm weak. I can't be as strong as Keith is. But there is something I can do, in all my weakness. If I can keep your attention away from Keith by running all the time, I'll run to the ends of the earth. You poor, stupid little boogeyman. You really are such a child. You just love bullying anyone weaker than you. Go ahead. Have fun in your little world. Call yourself a villain, a monster. But I'll never let you bring my husband into it. Don't you dare lay a hand on him!
You talk too much, madam.
That's terrible. Let's hurry and look for Helena. She must be nearby. Keith? Keith! What are you doing? We have to hurry. Keith, are you listening? Hey, what are you staring at? Are you asleep? Get a grip! Come on!
I'm awake. David, you look for Helena. She should be near.
Huh? What about you? What are you gonna do?
I'm going to go kill a monster.
Wait, Dad? Leave the door open and don't turn out the lights in the hall.
Why?
The boogeyman will come.
What kind of guy is this boogeyman?
He has long nails and kidnaps kids. He lives in the closet.
A kidnapper? Well, can't leave a guy like that on the loose. Alright, Dad'll give him a good beating. Hey, Boogie, you in there? What? Hey, let go.
Dad? Dad!
Whew, it was a little tough, but I got him good. No worries, son. Old Boogie won't come for you anymore.
Really?
Would I lie? Me and Mom are in the bedroom right there, you know. You still scared? Oh, need your stuffed bunny, do you? Or should I read you a bedtime story? Maybe the ones with the fairies.
No way! I'm not a wuss, Dad. I can sleep by myself.
That's the spirit. Listen, Todd. If the boogeyman comes to get you again, Dad'll beat him up. I'm not gonna let anyone mess with you or Mom.
'Cause you're a police officer?
'Cause I'm Dad. Good night, son. Should I leave the light on?
It's okay. I've got you and Mom.
Good night. I love you.
Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. Have you ever thought about it, detective? Thought you have an enemy? Who or what it is, you don't even know. Maybe it doesn't even exist. Maybe it's all in your head. But you know there's something tormenting you, always making it so painful. You feel like the whole world's out to make you suffer. Too troublesome to make an enemy of the whole world, right? So just making one enemy will do. I chose you as my enemy. Have I become yours? Oh well, either way, we're gonna settle this right here. Let's end this wonderful game now. Can you beat this final boss and take back your beloved wife? What's so funny?
Boy, you're really having a blast, huh? What's so funny that you can be all smiles all the time? Total opposite of me. I don't remember the last time I laughed. But I guess we were pretty similar after all. In a sense, it was all a lie. You're always grinning ear to ear, but you're scared, aren't you? So you keep running. You can't go head to head with me. You and me are just acting. You're no scary monster, and I'm no paragon of justice. Final boss? Huh. A big baddie should be a pretty sly guy, shouldn't they? But taking hostages, always on the run, the only thing you can chase after is girls' rumps. You know, I wasn't planning to do anything with you. As long as the others were safe, I was fine leaving you be. I'd secure your hostages and scram, then just leave you to the local police. Because I'm not chasing you. You just keep running from me. What I'm really chasing after. Sorry, but it ain't you. That's right, it's not you. You're my enemy. Spare me the sleep talk. Why would I make my enemy a dunce who just sneaks away? A coward who hides in the closet and threatens kids. And your enemy? Not me either. You've got a lot more enemies. If you go to the slammer, you're gonna be a real popular guy. I can tell. But this is a great chance. No hostages to get in the way, no one watching, so I can do whatever I like with you. Detective, criminal, that doesn't matter now. You've done the number one thing to get on my bad side. You chased after my wife's rump. That alone is enough reason for me to beat you down. Don't you think, Boogie? Can't afford to laugh anymore, can you? Back to your closet, Boogeyman. You don't have what it takes to make it over here. Oh, and none of your jokes were funny. So is this just a warm-up practice, or are you actually gonna attack? Oh, is that it? I was just about to have fun. So is this just a warm-up practice, or are you actually gonna attack? Oh, is that it? I was just about to have fun.
Where do you think you're going, Lance?
I'm gonna find them. They've been gone way too long.
Did you forget what he said? It'll be a burden on him to move around on our own.
Well, then after all is said and done, we'll tell him we did just what he said. Of course, you might have all gone stone cold by that time.
Don't joke about things like that.
Sounds like a joke to you? We got 2, maybe 3 corpses around here?
What part of don't you get?
Stop, you two. Don't fight.
We'll go search together. I'll lead the way. Sophie and Shirley, you hold hands. And Lance, you watch the rear.
Papa.
You really want to go?
Yes, we'll be all right together. And there's something I'm curious about.
What's that?
This whole incident may just be a great big farce.
What do you mean?
Let's be going.
Helena! Where are you? Helena! Helena!
David!
Are you okay?
That man knocked me out. I woke up here. I was unconscious the whole time. Keith!
Helena!
Keith! Where are you?
Always on the run, huh? But marijuana addicts can move better than you. What's in that big head of yours? Brendan?
You lose. Detective.
You're Brendan? Why? Stop moving around!
Keith, Helena!
We have to stop the bleeding. Lance!
Richard, help me out!
Sophie, find something to tie him with.
Keith!
Got you.
Keith? You...
Helena, when we get home, let's finish our conversation. No more running.
No! Keith, stay with me, please! Keith!
The servants and Stevie. 10 people died all told. I'm sure glad to be alive now. Feeling glad to even have air to breathe.
Listen, don't you say a word about all this, especially not to your coworkers. If it takes money to shut your yap, I'll pay any price.
Ho, bribery! Where's that money coming from?
My own pockets. Listen, you guys can distort the truth all you want, and I won't say a peep, 'cause that's freedom of the press. But this is different. I've got no tolerance for people pointing and laughing at a wounded friend.
Do I gotta tell you again? I'm not a gossip guy. I hate cops, sure, but I hate gossip too. I won't ask for money, and I won't say a peep, 'cause I'm grateful to the guy. So quit hounding me. But, as an involved party, I've got a right to know what happened there. I just can't wrap my head around it. I talked to Brendan at dinner. Heard he got tired of the musty old castle and ran to Hollywood. Had a lot of fun in the movie biz. So what was the motive?
Guy's gone silent. Sounds like he convinced you he was a goody two-shoes. But I bet you heard a different story in Hollywood. Now that's the kind of thing your lot should be writing about. Nobody knows people's past, usually. But it's easy to fool you into thinking otherwise with a little acting. And once you know somebody's past, you can lead them by the nose. He tricked you all, and tried to kill you. What a farce. Not sure of the motive yet, but he was pretty systematic about it all. Spent a ton of cash beforehand to check up on all the tour attendees. Even did a background check on me.
On you? Why?
'Cause I was going to be on that tour.
No wonder I thought he knew me. The hell, so he just researched us?
That's the oldest trick in the book for us, saying, I know all about you. It makes you superior to the other person, so you can control them. Then they freak out and have to submit. He knew that tactic well. Seeing right through people without any tricks. That's what makes a real monster, ain't it? In his case, he just used money and connections to dig up people's past, and played the part of a monster.
But the research wasn't to select candidates. So he just picked randomly. Oh, damn, was he just in it for fun?
Now, my turn to ask questions. What you tell me is the only way I can figure out this incident. Give me anything you got. First, Brendan, or Boogie rather. What kind of man was he?
How should I say it? I suppose he had no emotion. That's how I saw him. He said such terrifying things without a care. He hardly showed any human feelings. He really was like a monster.
Keith told me he was a real jester.
Jester? Absolutely not. I would have much preferred if he were at least a little silly. He was a very disturbing, terrifying man. He was totally calm as he did awful things.
Richard, you seem to have a suspicion he might be Brendan. Why do you think that?
When my daughter went missing, and I panicked thinking that man might have taken her, Keith told me something. This was the kind of person who would show corpses as decoration, so if he did take Sophie, he'd show off proof of it, meaning she was still safe. Luckily enough, I didn't see them, but Indeed, evidently, there were many dead bodies left around. As Keith said, my daughter hadn't fallen into his grasp. He was correct in his assumption. That made me realize something unusual about what he'd said. Keith said he saw the moment Brendan's neck snapped, and his corpse was quickly dropped into the basement. Isn't that odd? Why did he quickly put Brendan's corpse out of sight? Why did he treat him differently from the other victims?
'Cause he didn't want you investigating it. He's got some keen insight, I'll give him that. So you suspected this was a farce plotted by Brendan?
No, well, I suggested that since Keith hadn't checked the corpse, he might still be alive. I only wanted to believe there was a chance he was alive. I had no conviction about the rest. So I didn't speak about it to Keith. I wouldn't dare risk throwing him off with my amateur opinion, not to mention we didn't know whether his wife was safe.
Apparently, Keith saw the moment Brendan's head came off, actually.
Was it a doll?
Right you are. Packed with neat little blood packs, it seems. Brendan was hung upside down and had his mouth taped up, and it was dark enough to be hard to tell who's who. Just dressing him up the same way made Keith assume it was him. On top of all those flashy rave lights, he dropped the corpse down below so it was impossible to check it closer. And since Keith saw the tour conductor killed right after that, of course, he'd think Brendan was killed too.
If I'd said something, maybe this could have been resolved sooner, but I was paralyzed with fear. I was only worried about my daughter, even when Keith was running all over the place for us.
Don't worry about it. Keith did all that 'cause he wanted to. That's all. He's deeply glad you're all safe. Now, little lady, can we hear from you too?
Hear what?
Anything. What you thought. What you noticed.
Well, I knew he was a fake, because I've met the real boogeyman.
Sophie, stop it. Not this tale again.
Fine, if you say so, Papa. Guess I'm not saying a word.
Go ahead, please. Meeting the real boogeyman sounds pretty juicy. Can you tell me more?
Maybe not really met. He just touched my shoulder, but his hand was cold as ice. Right away I knew it wasn't human. That guy's hands were human, though. They had warmth, so I knew he was just a regular guy.
Huh. So boogeyman's hands are cold, eh? I'll tell that to my little squirt. Anything else you noticed?
I feel like he might get angry if I say this.
I won't. Tell me.
That guy had this cold and emotionless air, like you couldn't tell what he was thinking at all. It reminded me of Mr. Keith, a little.
You still think that way now?
Not even, because Mr. Keith got really mad at me. He was like, "Don't worry your papa ever again."
Red paint? On his face? There was nothing like that. It was all red from blood spurts, though.
Really? Keith told me he had a weird paint on a torn paper bag. And one more thing. Did you see any red graffiti in the castle? Or any monsters? Hear any phones ringing?
No, I didn't.
Mr. Hoover, you're colorblind, if I recall. Maybe you just couldn't see the paint.
Yeah, but it's white and pink I get mixed up. I can see red just fine.
Well, and you, miss?
I saw quite a bit of the castle, but none of that. Did you hear that from the others?
Don't get me wrong. I don't think you're lying. The others said they saw nothing too. But then, that makes Keith the one talking nonsense.
I don't think Keith is necessarily lying.
What do you mean?
Because people don't always see the same things you do.
Thanks for the assistance, you two. Sorry about calling you in 2 weeks after the fact.
Is not everything settled yet?
The police there are in the middle of their investigation. My role is just to assist. I'm going to report your testimonies to them, and that's that. I'll be off now. Eric, take them to the entrance.
When our son died, I thought my own life was over too. I could think about anything. Nothing had any taste. But tears would suddenly come anyway. I don't remember anything about what I did back then, but I do remember one thing. That Keith was always at my side. When I wailed and shouted, he'd hug me, stroke my hair, say it was okay. Eventually, I adjusted to life without our son. I found I could laugh again. But when I got my own emotions back, I realized Keith had stopped laughing. I had been broken, and so had Keith. Over time, I was able to heal, but he didn't. He was still stuck in the moment of Todd's death. He was always supporting me, so he never faced up to himself. I struggled to be at least a little stronger. Next time, I would protect him, since I wanted him to laugh again. But I couldn't. I couldn't repay anything to Keith. And I realized I was a burden on him that would keep him from ever walking again. So, even if we're far apart, as long as he can laugh again, then that's the best choice I can make.
My wife always brings me warm milk before I go to bed. And last Father's Day, my little squirt tried cooking me a meal. I definitely don't need milk to get to sleep. And the kids cooking, I'll be blunt, it ain't good. But I'm glad for it. Usefulness and collateral don't mean a thing with this stuff. Keith didn't stay close to you expecting something in return. That's just what he wanted to do. You guys have got too much sympathy. You don't mind getting hurt for the sake of the other. But can't you notice that one of you being hurt hurts the other? You've just been getting more and more wounded as you go along. You're propping Keith up too, Helena. He can fight day after day, because he knows you're waiting at home, as much as I tease him about it. Don't think of yourself as baggage. Depend on him as much as you need. That's what he wants too.
Keith grabbed my hand and smiled, even though he was stabbed and wounded.
And what'd he say?
Got you.
'Cause he finally got what makes him happiest. But, man, too much discrepancy between your guys' testimonies and Keith's. Just how am I gonna report this to their department? Hey, Helena, he went back home from the hospital today, right? Can I come talk with him now?
I'm sorry. Before he goes back home, there's a place he's going to visit. And I'm planning to head there myself. Keith.
I've always wanted to cry like this. I never forgot about him. Not for a single day. Ever since he died, I was scared. I felt like even the slightest sign of weakness would make it all crumble. I acted like I felt nothing, like nothing disturbed me. I thought then I might be able to fool everyone, even myself. It was so stupid. I was broken a long time ago. It was all garbage, but I acted like a champion of justice. It always felt off. Whoever I was working for, I I never felt repaid. And I saw you were safe, and you came up to me. Finally, I felt happy again. Acting strong just made me weak. It was pointless. Todd would never forgive his father staying broken forever, because I promised I'd protect his mom. I'll take off the blindfold. I'm gonna laugh, even if it's at a stupid TV show. If I'm pissed, I'll get mad. And if I'm sad, I'll cry. First, I guess there'll have to be counseling. There's something seriously wrong with my head, seems like. It's gonna be a busy time. It's gonna be so busy, I won't be able to do it alone. Helena, I don't think I can deal with just being a good loser. I want a chance. Let me chase after you. Let me get down on my knees. You're the only one I want waiting for me.
There's no need for a chance. Didn't I tell you? Divorce or decide. I've decided. Haven't you too? We only ever have one umbrella, so we hold it together. And it's fine if we get a little wet, because it'll soon be sunny again.
How many times have we come here again?
Oh, 5, I think.
Ugh, I can't stand it. We've told them the same story over and over. There's gonna be rumors at school about Sophie frequenting the police station.
Now, Sophie, don't complain. The police are doing their best, and it's been a month now. This must be the last time. I'm sure of it. Does my princess require a beverage to quell her temper? What shall it be, your majesty?
Orange juice.
Very well. I'll go buy some.
Thanks. Hey, when those dogs attacked me, you saved me, right? I can't imagine any other reason those dogs would fall asleep so quickly. Thanks. I'm having a great time lately. I'm getting along great with Papa and Anne, and Reagan, well, if she wants to get along, I'll give her a chance. Things are so much better than when I carried all my burden myself. Now I know there's someone always looking out for me. Sometimes I really miss you. You're doing okay, right? How about the other fairies? You know,
Sorry to butt in.
Ah! Hold on, wait! You got the wrong idea. I'm not a weirdo or anything, okay?
Don't touch me. Brats with a thing for daydreaming aren't the most comfortable people to be around.
I'm not daydreaming. Keep it between us, but I've met some fairies. So you don't believe me?
No, I do. I met one when I was a kid, too.
Really?
Yeah, this hobo in the area always had a head full of dandruff, so I called him the Dandruff Fairy. Oh yeah, and I've got a coworker who eats non-stop cup noodles, the Cup Noodle Fairy. Want to be introduced?
Why won't you believe me?
A 37-year-old who believes in fairies ain't exactly socially adjusted, don't you think? But hey, if they do exist, put in a request to one of your fairy friends to get me some wings. Big, fluffy, pink ones.
What do you use those for?
Just want some wings. Why not? Mr. Detective wanna fly away. Huh. You angry? Phew, better step off. One of your friends might cast a spell to turn me into a fluffy white kitty. Maybe instead of filling your head with stupid fantasies, fill in that chest a little. It's so pathetic I can't even look at it.
Ugh!
What's wrong?
Haven't been able to sleep since last night, even though I'm sleepy. It's weird.
Did you take any medicine?
Yep. Anxiolytics. Sleeping pills. Guess they're not working.
Let's talk to each other then. Before you know it, you'll be sound asleep, and it'll be morning.
Don't you need to sleep? You don't have to stay up for me.
It's fine. I'll stay with you until you're snoozing away.
Maybe some exercise would have been better.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're playing this. My name is Winter Johnson, and I'm the voice of Richard Grundler. Congratulations on getting through this story of death, fear, and loss. I hope the emotional scars will fade in time. Working on this game has been a very fun experience for me, and working with the developer has been a delight. She has been very encouraging and reasonable, yet is not afraid to mention when something needs reworking. Seeing the story grow and watching these characters develop and change and fight and die has been fascinating to watch. As an actor, I am so happy to have been given the opportunity to help bring the story to life. I hope you enjoyed playing the game as much as I did acting in it.
Hi, I'm Chocolate. I do the voice of Sophie. I'm really glad I got to be in this game, especially that I got to play Sophie. I really related to her story in The Sandman, so it's just really awesome that I'm doing her voice, you know? I'm also working on a game, though it has a long way to go before it's finished. It's called Dollhouse, and it'll also be a puzzle exploration type game.
Hello, I'm Manly Badass Hero, the voice of Dick Anderson. I've been a big fan of the Strange Men series, so when I saw there was auditions, I sent some improv and general recordings, and not only was I accepted, I also found out Uri was a fan of my playthroughs of her games, which needless to say made me feel a bit giddy. Personally, I've liked the games not only because of their similarities to things like Silent Hill, but also that they're relatable to people with depression. Whether or not you're an adult or a young person, I think dark times in your life can really change your perspective on the world, and sometimes just makes you a crooked man. Anyway, I've been glad to help work on this project, and until next time, thanks for playing.
Hey there, this is Cyril, and I voiced Eric. I hope you enjoyed the game, and what a great game it was, right? Thanks to everyone who worked on it, especially Yuri. This was my first try at voice acting, so I hope you liked it. It was such a great experience for me. Moving on, I'm a freelance artist. If you're interested in seeing my work, then just visit my website. A real amazing thing this was for me, and I hope that it was for you as well. Take care, player. Until next time.
Heya, Serenity Harper here, the voice of Helena Baring. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on beating the game. I hope you had fun playing and liked the ending, or endings you got. It's been a great pleasure and an honor to work on this project alongside everyone. I never expected to get Helena's role since it's my first time voice acting, and to tell you the truth, my audition was very messy. I have quite a lot of things to talk about, but in order to avoid bogging down players with minutes upon minutes of talking, I have written my overall thoughts about the game down on my blog. It will be made available once people have reached this to avoid spoiling stuff. For those who are interested in reading it, the blog is helenabaring.tumblr.com. Thank you so much again for playing the Boogeyman. If you ever want to talk, feel free to hit me up on Twitter at Serene Harper. I'll give you warm hugs and pats on the back for a job well done. Alright, that sounds weird. Right. Anyways, take care always and catch you later.
Hey there. I was actually thinking about saying I'm not actually the voice actor of Toad, but in the end, nah. So, great thanks to Uri, the great game's equally great creator, who was also really sweet along the creation of the game, visual person, Her Majesty the Translator Queen, and the voice actors, who helped bring this together with their lovely voices. It was a pleasure to work with all of them. And of course, we can't forget you. Good job for getting the good ending, by the way. Oh, and just a note, if I do something the later days, it probably won't be in the same name. Something like Nobody maybe. I have a Twitter with that name, but then again, who knows. Anyways, thank you. I love you.
Hello everyone, my name is Max. To most people on the internet, I'm known as Blue Neon Light Show. On YouTube, I go by Epsilon, and I voice Keith for this game. Yeah, I know, lots of names. This was the first time I tried voice acting, so yeah, sorry if I didn't do as good of a job as I could have. It's really been an honor doing this for Yuri. I honestly didn't expect getting the part. Some friends on Skype said that they were trying out for the Boogeyman, and I thought it would be fun to try. Turns out, Yuri liked my voice, so imagine my surprise when I actually got the part. I really like playing the role as Keith. I always liked the cold-hearted characters that work on the side of justice, and is willing to do anything to save the day. Kinda like Jack Bauer, I guess. Or Batman. Anyway, please try out the other games whenever you get the chance. There's the Sandman, the Crooked Man, go and check them out if you haven't yet. Thank you for playing through the game, keeping me alive, and more importantly, thank you for saving my wife. I'm sure Serene will be happy that you saved Helena too. Unless you got the other 4 endings first, then, anyway, Feel free to talk to any of us. We all have Skype. Mine is neon.l.show. I should probably stop talking now. Congratulations, and good night.
Hello everyone, I'm Ro, the voice of David Hoover. First, thank you for playing the Boogeyman. I hope you had as much fun playing as I did voicing in it. Thank you Uri for making this game, and thank you VG Person for translating it, helping Uri, and making some 2D Japanese indie horror games available for English speakers to play. So, I initially came upon Uri's games on VG Person's website. The first of these that I played was The Crooked Man. On my first playthrough, I spoke out all of David's lines to myself, just for fun. I quite liked David's everyman character. He was someone we could all relate to because of the things he'd done and seen. He's also really kind and loves to help. He's the kind of soft-spoken protagonist that everyone loves, or loves to hate, which you see often in anime and manga. Despite being an avid fan of anime and manga, I found it hard to capture that kind of character with my voice. When I auditioned for a role in The Boogeyman, I had no idea it would be a game that ties together all the characters of Uri's previous other games. So when I learned that I would be the voice of my favorite character, I was very thrilled. Now I am David Hoover. I have a very, very old YouTube channel that I've never uploaded to before, but I'm going to start uploading voice acting clips, games, and whatever I can think of there. It is youtube.com/Rokuro. That's ROUKURO. And yes, I know I spelled that particular name wrong. It won't have much for now, but I'll be uploading more as time passes, and hopefully people will like it. Oh, and if you want me to voice act for your game or project, feel free to send me a message at that channel.
Hello, this is a Doxographist, and I am the voice actress for Shirley, who is a cool chick who's tough and dependable. And I'm not like that at all, because I'm a big weenie baby, and I get scared really easily, so that's where I'm at. Either way, it's been a lot of fun doing voice work for this project. I'm sad that I don't have anything more to record, but I am also happy to see it all come together beautifully. Voltron-like. I don't know what Voltron is in Japanese. Never mind. Yeah. So I guess a bit about me. I'm a doxographist. I'm from Canada. I speak English and I speak French as well. I don't really do voice acting in French though, but bonjour, ça c'est mon français, je suis bilingue, français-anglais, mais mon anglais est supérieur que mon français, meilleur, peux-je dire. I've been voice acting for maybe about 3 to 4 years, around that ballpark, and mostly I voice deeper women, tough chicks. Ugh. I voice a lot of young boys. I voice some tomboy girls, that kind of stuff. The main project that I do is Let's Read Homestuck on YouTube, which is a comic dub of a webcomic called Homestuck. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that, but I voiced Jade Harley.
Jade Harley, who is a high-pitched girl, and it's kind of different from my regular voice, but whatever.
I do a lot of comic dubs with the group that produces Let's Read Homestuck. It's called Collab HQ if you want to look it up. And yeah, I don't know if I have much to add. I've done voice work for a couple of games, but mostly what I do is I do motion comics and I do comic dubs. But yeah, either way, I hope you enjoyed playing the game. I hope you got spooked. You got your willies Jimmy wrestled, scared. You know, expressions meaning you got frightened. And yeah, sorry. This is I'm not great at talking about myself, but either way, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Later.
Hey everyone, this is Jesse, aka Stevie, and thanks for playing the Boogeyman. I've had a fantastic time working on this project, and I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. As a last note, I just want to give you all a recommendation to look out for future titles from Electric Pop Studios, a game designing group I'm a part of. We're in the beginning stages, so we haven't released anything yet, but hopefully we'll be getting started on that soon. Hope you all enjoyed listening to me die. Have a good one.
Hello, this is Nervous from misanthropop.com, aka Lance Canal. I'm recording this with help from my new assistant, Borscht. Say hi, Borscht! I've been a fan of both Uri and VG Person's output for a couple of years now, so it really was a pleasure and an honor to spend the last year working on the Boogeyman alongside them. I've also met a lot of interesting and lovely people from all over the world in the form of my fellow actors and actresses. I suppose Lance would say, "What do you want from me? I've done my job already, give me a break." But I'd really like to thank Uri and VG Person for the wonderful opportunity that they gave me, and I hope we can all work together again someday. I'd also like to thank you for playing the game, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks.
Hi, I'm the Overlord Bear. You can call me Tob or Tobby, or maybe Tobs. I know. What do you want to call me? Anyway, I voiced Brendan Dumont here in Uri-san's The Boogeyman. I'd like to thank Uri-san for letting me be in this project. I'm glad to be a part of the making of an awesome game in Uri-san's awesome Strange Men series, and I'm glad that I have met and made friends with certain people in the production group. How difficult was figuring out the puzzles in the game? How difficult was figuring out the identity of the person behind the mask of the fake Boogeyman? I'd like to know, though I think Uri-san would like to know that and more of your thoughts about the game even more. Also, I'd like to say that if I were a character in the TBM story, I think Brendan would probably do one of three things. Number 1, place me at main character level, maybe even at protagonist level considering my liking for heroism. Number 2, turn me into a butt monkey that doesn't get killed during the plot but gets tortured for comedy, for Brendan at least, a lot because of my social awkwardness. And 3, kill me because I was pretty nosy and then ended up knowing too much about his plans. Maybe he would do a mix of the 3 choices. Indeed, being one of Brendan's victims is a freaking scary thought. Oh, and I'd like to know your honest constructive feedback on my voice acting. Also, if you want to know more about me, please go to theoverlordbear.wordpress.com. Oh, and maybe you'll find something interesting if you go to brendanscastle.tumblr.com. Now, excuse me while I take over and renovate a certain blonde Two-Faces castle.
Hello, I'm the voice for the Boogeyman. Oh, sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah. Hi, I'm Dave Ossity, the voice of the Boogeyman, but you could just call me Dave. I must say, it was an honor to be able to work with Uri and all the other actors and actresses on this game. I've been a big fan of Uri's games for some time, and when I saw that she was having an audition for a new project, I thought I might try out for a role. I'm not a professional voice actor, in my opinion, but I have done some voiceover work in my past, and I have done some scary story readings. You can find them on YouTube if you're interested. Just search on my name. Anyway, I auditioned and now I'm here in Uri's game. I really enjoyed bringing her character of the Boogeyman to life. Helping Uri create this game was a fun and rewarding experience for me, and I'm very glad to have been a part of it. I'm also glad that you decided to play this game and have made it this far. Congratulations. I hope you enjoyed playing the Boogeyman.